thank you for tuning in again for another video. Today I want to talk about the history of my last tank and why I choose to take it so very slowly this time, even though it is a bit frustrating at most bits because I am so eager to get to my biggest tank possible. Now, with my first journey, I did start off with the 10-gallon tank, and of course I made my mistakes because that was my very first aquarium I had ever owned. And funny story, one day after we had the tank all set up and it was time for us to add the fish, so we went out and bought the fish and brought the fish home, but it was something that I had neglected to read. So we put the fish in the tank after 30 minutes and let them sit in the bag. And of course we didn't empty any of the water into the tank. But one of my children said, "Mom, it's 80 degrees." And everybody in the house kind of like flipped out. We was like, we didn't want the fish to die. So we was like, "Oh my God, somebody get ice. Oh my God, let's cool it off. Where's the fan?" And we was just going through all of this notion and all of this commotion, just to find out that we had tropical fish in the first place. That was the craziest thing. So, of course, all of those fish died. The only thing that survived was the pleco at that time. And I didn't stop, though. I kept going for 5 more years until I was able to, well, actually only 3 more years before I was able to get the 75-gallon. I went from the 10-gallon to the 75-gallon aquarium, and I was in love instantly. So what I did was I took my time, and in this tank, of course, I had my mollies, I had some convicts, I had the pleco, and I also had some ballast sharks. And this was my community tank, my 75-gallon community tank that I enjoyed so much. Sadly, that aquarium was pushed over after all of that hard work, and my pleco being up to 13 inches long, and I had cohabitat to the cichlids, the convict cichlids. I had them since they were babies, with the ballast sharks that were almost 5 inches long, and everything was beautiful. It was a beautiful community. After that hard work I put myself through, it was over in just a mere few seconds. That glass broke and could have cut me, but I guess the person really wasn't worried about that. They just wanted to destroy what I loved more than them at that time. Only fish lovers and aquatics will know this. And that's why I do agree with the statement, in order to have a successful fish tank, you must stay single. Well, thank you. That was story time with the mollies. Tune in next time and we'll have story time with the fry, and I'll tell you a nice little story about my second batch of fry. My first batch didn't go that well, but thank you all for tuning in. I wish you a wonderful night, and yeah, subscribe, rate, comment, let me know what you think as I take you on my journey.